and welcome to Men on Fire. My name is Micah Wren, a former mechanic and engineer turned transformational teacher. And each week I'll deliver an inspiring message to help you excavate those repressed inner negative feelings and install new thoughts that will finally allow you to truly become the person you were born to be.
Hello everyone, Micah Wren here, founder of Infinite Success Academy, author of the soon-to-be-released book, You're the One, An Adventure into Truth, and The Soul Mechanic. Now you might be wondering, why am I standing out here in the rain? Well, this summer where I live in Ontario, Canada, it's been very wet. Now we recently had almost a week of nice sun, which was beautiful, but today it's raining. It rained all night, it's raining again today. And you know, what I thought of in the last little bit with all this rain, and I went to the gym this morning, I'm driving home and it was really pouring and it was tough to see the road even, and I actually went by an accident that the police were already at and paramedics and that sort of thing. So sometimes the rain in our life can cause not some good things to happen. And that's what I wanted to talk about today, and hence that's why we're outside. I mean, I video inside, the home, in my garage mainly, but today we're outside, and I have done it before in the boat on the lake on a nice sunny day, but today is not a nice sunny day. So we're out here in the rain because it's nature. It's absolutely natural for it to rain, and for it to rain in our lives, to use that as a metaphor. So our lives aren't always smooth sailing. It's not hoist your sails and away you go wherever you want to go. No, sometimes we hoist our sails and we wait for the wind. There is no wind. We have to wait and we have to wait. And maybe use alternate means of propulsion, perhaps maybe a motor or something to get us started, to get us moving until the winds blow again in our favor. So out here in the rain, we can see that it's not excellent weather. But does that mean that I have to be down and out? No. Now we've all gone through down times in our lives, and I know I have, of course, with the loss of loved ones and businesses and relationships, and it goes on, and I'm sure many of you have too. And it doesn't mean that we need to pack it in and just throw in the towel. No, we have to pick ourselves up and keep going, just by little chunks at a time. It doesn't mean we have to plan 10-year goals and try to get there. No, it's just a little bit at a time. If you can get to the next stage, the next little bit, the next present moment is all you need. You see, there is no such thing as time. And there is no past and there is no future. There only is now. Now, if you can visualize a timeline from left to right across a page usually, and of course that timeline usually starts at 0 when, for example, Christ was born. And now we're up to 2017. But that's not really time, is it? So, but if we take that timeline and turn it on its end, the sharp pointy end, if you will, that's the present moment. And the timeline just becomes an interdimensional line. I'm going to speak and write about this much more and in detail, so I'm not going to go into this really, really deeply. However, what does exist is this present moment is taking place right now, and then now, and then now. And as we're taking part in this now moment, things happen in front of us, our eyes have to take it in, then it's performed or created into data into our brain, and then we have to label whatever that is in front of us. And that takes time. So the present, what happens then? Well, the earth doesn't stop earthing, or the universe doesn't stop universing. Things continue to move on. So the present moment is always, it's now, but it's slightly ahead of us all the time, because as physical beings, we have to take that all in, and it takes time to do that. So if we concentrate just on the present moment, For example, you've had a bad day, and that's great, we all do. We all have terrible days. But if we just say, that's okay, it's happened before, it's going to happen again. I've stood out in the rain before. I've never videoed in the rain, but I've stood out in the rain many times, and I know I'm going to get wet. That's why I have a rain suit. So you can think of a rain suit then as a metaphor for some protection or some armor from things that could hurt me. For example, insults from people, it could be our coworkers, our bosses, or people that we know, friends and family even. And sometimes they do that and they don't even realize what they're doing, but it hurts us and we don't tell them. But we have to process that. You see, it's through our filters. It hurts us. Why is it hurting us? We have to take responsibility for that. We can't just say those people are bad people, because they're not bad. Inherently, they're not bad. They don't really know what they're doing. They may not be as awake as you and I are. But you, being a little bit more awake, and I know you are, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this, you have to take responsibility. You see, we all have 100% responsibility for our lives. There's no excuses. There's only this present moment, and you're responsible for creating your life right now. So you can do that just by a change of attitude. And remember, the way you think is the way you feel. And the way you feel is the way you act. And the way you act is the results you get in your life. So I felt like doing this out here today, and I thought, well, that's going to turn into action, so I'm going to put on a little bit of protection. So you can do that too in everyday life. You can say, whatever people's opinion they have of me is none of my business. And I'm just going to continue on doing what I want to do and moving forward in my life, knowing that I'm moving in the right direction. Forget about the naysayers and what they might have to say to you and, oh, you're silly for doing that, don't do that, what are you, stupid or something? No, forget about it. You concentrate on you. You need to love you, love the direction you're moving in, and all will be fine, because you are responsible and you will create it. So if we take this a step further, if it really started to pour and a windstorm out here, what would I do? Would this be enough protection? Yeah, probably keep me pretty dry. However, the camera wouldn't be dry, and it would keep seeping in around the edges. So what would I need to do? I'd need to go back in my home, which is bigger protection yet, right? So that's the next phase. So what do you need then? Maybe if you can't handle some of your assaults against you by anybody out there or anything out there, perhaps you need to go to the next step and perhaps enlist the help of a counselor or a coach to help you through with what you need to get through till you can do that again on your own. And there's many different types of coaches and counselors for every area of your life. You don't just have one, let's say a life coach to handle everything. I mean, your life coach might not be the best health coach, for example, but they might be good at generalizing things for you and get you in the right direction. So you may even need more than one coach in your life or more than one counselor in your life. So don't be afraid to get help. Ask for that help. It's totally natural as the rain. And we're out here today in the rain, having fun, making a video for you. And to close it all off, don't forget, we can wear some armor, we can go for more protection, and the way you think is the way you feel. The way you feel is the way you act, and the way you act is the results you get in your life. This has been the Soul Mechanic, and I'm wishing you love, happiness, and abundance. Now and always. Bye for now.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. As always, keep what feels good and dump what doesn't. And remember, live without judgment, give without expectation, and love for no reason. Follow those 3 simple expressions, and you'll be well on your way to an inspirational, intentional, and successful life. Until next time, you're the one.